What's up, everyone? Back for another beer review, and today is Wednesday, which of course means it's time for another Western New York Wednesday here on the channel. And the beer I'm reviewing today once again comes from the Big Ditch Brewing Company, and they're out of Buffalo, New York. And this is their Berry Vision. So this is a sour ale that is brewed with blueberries, raspberries, oats, and lactose. Comes in at 5.4% alcohol by volume, 5 IBUs. And at the time of review, this can is exactly 1 week old. So when it comes to this beer, I think Big Ditch released this one for the first time about a year ago, but it was draft only, and it got a lot of positive feedback. So with the so-called fans clamoring for it, they decided to finally can it, and here it is. So I've heard a lot of good things about this one. I never tried it myself, never got a chance to get a pint of it on tap, but here we are reviewing the can, and I'm pretty pumped up for it. So on the back here, they have a little bit of a spiel that I will read real quick. It says, just as the Erie Canal was a forward-thinking and visionary idea for New York State, Berry Vision is a progression in Big Ditch's brewing expertise. Berry Vision is a radiant sour ale bursting with blueberry and raspberry aroma and flavor, also brewed with oats, Mosaic hops, and finished with lactose. Please keep refrigerated, preserve freshness. It's a week old. We're good there. So yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about this one. Never tried it. Want to do it. Here we are. So at the time of this review, whether I like it or not or whatever, this is all over Western New York. I picked up a 6-pack of this at Premier Gourmet, but I also saw it, I believe, at Wegmans, Consumers, all over Western New York. So yeah, look at that color. Fantastic. So, if you're looking for a fruited sour ale in the middle of winter, not only does Southern Tier have you covered with their Cherry Crush, but locally here you got Big Ditch doing their Berry Vision. So anyway, this pours out a really deep purple color. A little bit of a stain here on the back of my glass. I don't like it. But anyway, yeah, deep purple color. It's very, it looks viscous coming out of the can at 5.4%, but yeah, it looks somewhat thick, very murky at the bottom here, a little lighter tinge like of a pink. The head is a light purple, deep pink kind of color, about a half finger, looks relatively creamy. Hashtag proper glassware, the whole 9. Looks fantastic. Let's get a nose. Oh, so the blueberries hit me first, then it's the raspberries that come on the back end. Smells like it's going to be, firmly tart, approaching sour. There's a slight hop note from the Mosaic hops, but very minute, very subtle. Has a little bit of sweetness, not necessarily vanilla. I get that a lot of time with lactose, but not really vanilla, just a little bit of just like a generic sweetness. Yeah, I mean, this one, listen, if you like blueberries, you like raspberries, I can't see how you wouldn't like the aroma on this one. It's screaming on the glass. It's jammy. Sweet, acidic, tart. Smells fucking dynamite. Let's get into it. Cheers, everyone. So the first thing I'll say about this one is, I feel if you buy this one looking for like a sweet, fruit smoothie, pureed kind of fruit kind of vibe to this one where it's really sweet and almost like fruit puree, I don't think this one would be the one for you. What this is, though, is a very tasty, berry forward sour ale. There's a nice sweetness right up front, probably from the lactose, and all those berry components hit me. First blueberry, then it has a real nice seedy raspberry. Carries on through the palate. There's this slight bitterness that I'm getting hit with mid palate. So I'd imagine it's the hops in here, the Mosaic hops. Not really getting any specific characteristic from the Mosaic other than just a generic bitterness. And right after that, I'm hit with a firm tartness. This is not, to me, sour, really firmly tart. On the back of the palate, though all those berries still stick with you, but the berries kind of change from a seedy, jammy, kind of sweeter berry, blueberry and raspberry, and finish more with a slightly drying, acidic berry note on the back of the palate. So it's just sweet up front, dries out on the back, semi-dry finish, acidic. 5.4%, medium body. It has a nice body to it, considering it's sub 6%. Really awesome. The mouthfeel, slightly soft and smooth. Touch of creaminess from the lactose, but this has more of a crisp, effervescent kind of feel on the palate where it's not super carbonated, like crazy carbonated, but it kind of grips your palate, and it's kind of prickly on the tongue as well. So body really nice for the ABV. Mouthfeel solid as well. And the taste, kind of what I thought. Now look, I'm crushing it. This is gonna go down like water. I mean, it kind of is. Not in a taste profile kind of way, just how easy it is to drink. To me, this isn't like, I mean, I've had so many different fruit beers that are just kind of crazy and blow my mind. This one does not blow my mind, but for what it is, it's quite tasty. So I have no problem giving Berry Vision from Big Ditch a high 4.25 out of 5. I'm gonna go 4.3 out of 5. It's a really tasty beer. If you're into fruit beers that have blueberries and raspberries or berry components to it, this one's for you, especially if you like your beers a little bit more dry and not overly sweet. I think if somebody wanted to drink this one, and again, is thinking in the vein of the locally here, like the Froth Liquid Lollipops or the Mortalis Hydras, beers like that. This is not like that. I think this is more drinkable. Honestly, this is a very drinkable summer crusher to me. Like I hope they just continue making this, or at least it's some kind of like, specialty release that they drop every 3 or 4 months or something. I'd love to see this June, July, August, in the summer months. I would be buying this consistently, and that's because price and availability, $12 a 6-pack, $2 a can. That is fucking crazy, crazy good value for a beer that's this good and just has exactly what I'm looking for when I pick it up. Availability, Western New York. If you don't live in Western New York, probably can't get your hands on this one, specifically in the Buffalo area. Like I said, I've seen it at Consumers. I've seen it at Wegmans. I've seen it at Premier Gourmet. I know it got out to all the pretty much distribution throughout the area, and I think they're also available at the brewery as well. So for $12 6-pack, $2 a can, come on. Another motorcycle outside, and it's like 25 degrees outside. It's crazy to me. Crazy to me. They're just having a good time. So yeah, this is just, yeah, it's good. 4.3 out of 5. So if you've had this one before, let me know what you think about it. Like I said, this just dropped within the past week. So if you haven't grabbed it yet and you are in the Buffalo area, you should be seeing it, or you should see it next time you go to like Wegmans or Consumers or any of your local favorite bottle shops. I'd be really curious to know what people think about this one, because I'm really digging it. And yeah, this is over. It's done. The review is done. So check back next week for another Western New York Wednesday. I don't remember what I'm doing. I think it might be Genesee's Schwarzbier, which I have never reviewed and thought I would do it. So I think that's the beer next week. So keep your eye out on for that one. Oh yeah, 5.4%. I didn't even talk about the ABV. Yeah, it's fine. It's 5.4%. And I say this, and I'm going to probably say this until the end of time or until my reviews end, that if I don't mention an ABV early on, that means I don't really notice the ABV, and at 5.4%, I didn't expect to notice it, and I didn't. So really awesome beer. Appreciate everybody stopping by for not only another Western New York Wednesday, but another beer review in general. And until the next one, cheers.